welcome back to my channel. I'm Honey Plants. Thank you for joining me once again for a plant related video. So in this video I'm going to be doing some heavy duty work. I do have a dragon fruit plant that is a huge plant that I've had for several years, and today's task is going to be to try to look at it, see what I need to do to it, see if I'm gonna cut it. That's why I have these pruners here in my hand and my heavy duty, these are my leather gloves that I use when I'm out in the garden or working with my other euphorbia or cactus plants. So let's just see what I need to do. The first task is going to be to get this plant into this workspace because it is not kept here, it's kept in the back, and so that's going to be the first part of it, and I may or may not show that part of the video because that might be a struggle. Okay everyone, this is my large dragon fruit plant, and you can see that right now it is housed in one of my bedrooms and it is entangled in the blinds. So I'm gonna have to cut some pieces off of this plant to even get it, to scoot it out, to be able to move it. So I'm not going to film that process because that's just going to be a mess, but I'm going to don my gloves and see what I can do to release this plant from the blinds first. I made it back into this room with the dragon fruit plant, and these are the pieces that I had to cut out of the blinds. You can see they are nowhere near the size of the pieces or sections that are on the mother plant dragon fruit, and the reason is because these are reaching for light. So, you know, that explains why they would be going through the blinds and all that kind of thing. So these are actually, you're able to plant these. Like if I was to put these in soil, then they would grow. They would grow to this size if I had them outside in the good sunlight, or if I had grow lights on this plant that would enable it to receive the amount of light that it needs. But obviously these little jacked up pieces, you know, they're not, they weren't receiving the light that they needed. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is baby dragon fruits. So sometimes in Lowe's you're going to see baby dragon fruit plants, and sometimes people will see the dragon fruit and they'll think it's the dog tail cactus. One way that you can tell is when your plant has these sections on it. Like you can see that mine is developing sections off of each little section, and that is a characteristic of the dragon fruit plant. This one was given to me by one of my friends at work, and I had this cute face planter that I painted, and it just makes the greatest locks for this plant. So if I leave these baby dragon fruits in here to grow together like this, then they'll continue to be small, and they're receiving, you know, like the southwestern light on my plant shelf. But it's nothing like putting it outside. This plant is the result of me having it outside, and the grower who gave me, or not gave me, but when I purchased the original pieces from this plant, you know, I don't know how well you can see, but there are several pieces that are in the ground down here, and those are the original pieces that I purchased from a seller on eBay. And then the rest of this was grown in my care, but it was grown out in the sun. And as you can see, like on this piece here, there is a small piece that grew in the house. So if it's in the house, then it's gonna still grow, but it's not receiving the adequate light. Now, moving on to my decision about what I want to do about this dragon fruit plant. So I did think about cutting it, and I really don't want to cut this plant. So what I did was I went out and I got a taller and more sturdy tomato cage. And this cage is, I think it's like 40 some inches tall because I'm 61 inches. So, or maybe it's 50 some inches tall. But at any rate, I got this and it's already been up. The lady only gave me a 10% discount, but I needed it because it was the only one there. So I'll try to work with it as it is. This bent part isn't going to make a difference. It's still going to be strong enough, I think. So this is not as weak as some of my tomato cages that I use outside for my tomato plants and my pepper plants outside. And I also got this device, and this I intend to rig this up. So I want to use this circular part and put this at the top so that I can feed the upper portions of the dragon fruit plant through these sections. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using these pieces here or how they're going to work. I might end up trying to take those off, or I'm not sure. And I also need to figure out how I'm going to attach this to the top part of the tomato cage. So just letting you know, that's my plan for right now. And it's subject to change. So we'll see. Let me see what I can work out here. All right, so first I'm going to attempt to remove the old tomato cage. So let me put my other glove on. I hope I don't hurt myself doing this. All right, so this one, you can see I had opened it up to even get it on here. I'm not sure. I might have to do that with the new one. I don't know how I'm going to get it on there, but we'll just see. This is yet another experiment. All right, so now maybe if I kind of move these forward or up like this, I might have to end up cutting this off because I don't want to damage the plant. I know it is a kind of a, it's a tough plant, but I still don't want to take a chance of damaging it. Okay. All right, I got one of the little legs out. Let's see if I can get another one out. Okay, got that one out. And now, I guess there's all kinds of uses for your dining room furniture, huh? Because this chair certainly is serving a different purpose. Okay, I'm thinking that I might have to cut this cage the rest of the way off. Let me see. Oh yeah. All right, I'm going to get my wire cutters. All right, I got my wire cutters, and now I'm going to try to see if I can. Uh-oh. Ooh, this is, I might need to get my other heavier duty ones from the garage. This stuff is very thick. Yeah, I don't think these are very thick. Yeah, I don't think these are. Let's see. Oh, broke that piece off. All my brute strength. All right, let's see. Maybe I'll be able to just kind of bend it. Ugh. This is going to take a little bit of strength and determination. Oh shoot, what in the world's going on here? Okay. This video should be called, I might have to name this video Wrestling with a Dragon. Oh yeah, I got this part, I think. Maybe I should have put on safety glasses for this. But one thing I can say, oh, I was able to get it. Thank you. That's good. All right. These gloves, you need to, if you don't have leather gloves and you have euphorbia and cacti, please get some. I got some little cutesy cheap gloves that has some fake leather in the palms, and they did nothing. They're already messed up. And my old standby leather gloves look horrible, but they work. All right, yes, I got that off. Whew, that was a struggle. All right, so I might be able to use this wire for something in the future, so I'm gonna kind of put that to the side. Oh, the other thing I found when I was looking for the wire cutters, I found this, this is an old hanger that has wire on it. And I'm thinking I might be able to use this to rig up the upper portion of my trellis. So we'll see what I can do. Now, the trick is going to be to try to get, let me see if I can reach, to fit all of the cacti pieces through these sections. And I know that if I inverted it this way, that it will be a lot easier to do. But I'm wondering if I do it that way, will that, I think I'll be losing a lot of the height that I would need. So, all right, I'm gonna pause for just a moment, and it'll just seem like a second to you, but I'm pausing to think. All right, this idea that I have to feed the cactus through the tomato cage, I thought about if I bundle the sections of the cactus and kind of bundle them up and tie them together in a couple of sections, maybe that will help me to be able to thread them through the tomato cage without them getting damaged. And so I'm going to try that. So we'll see what happens. for those of you all who are still here, I just hit the ceiling fan with the tomato cage. Almost have it. I think. It's definitely, I recommend this as a two-person project. As you can see, it's possible for you to do it yourself. So now I have this most of the way on here, but I need to now put the legs of the trellis in the pot. Okay, so I've got 4 of them in there, but this one I need to move this over a little. It is in there. Wow. Now that's an accomplishment. I'm sweating a little bit from that. So you can see it is in there. Oh, look at the top. The top part is not in there. I may be able to just mildly adjust these to make them go in there, because I want these to go under this middle section. So let me just lift it up just a little. And this baby one just pulled off, or broke off. I'll have to, let me get my shears. What did I do with them? Oh, here they cut that off. And now let me see if I can pull these under without doing any major damage. I feel like I almost heard that one snapping when I was doing that. This poor plant is probably like, enough is enough. Ouch! Sometimes I'm doing things without my gloves on, and I don't know how I'm doing them. Okay, yes, it's in. Oh. Ooh. That took a lot out of me. Now, let me see if I can, I'm going to take off the bags. And I'm gonna back the camera up a little bit more so you can see better. I think maybe you can see. I have a mess to clean up too now from all those aerial roots. I'm gonna cut all of those aerial roots off, or at least most of them. All right, let's see. So let me take off these bags. Why don't I just cut them off? What am I doing? Just cut them off. I'm so glad that they had this gigantic cage, because some of the things that I saw on Amazon or Walmart's website, they were very much more expensive. Let's see, this one feels like it might be on, yeah, that's pulling off. So, look at this one, this is a casualty. But I'm happily surprised that I was able to get this in this cage. That way it's not, at least not all over the place. It has some support. And I may even, I think this now is going to be easier for me to transport. Outside, if I want to put it outside, or if I want to just set it in a place where it can sit vertically. It's not going to be all over the place. So yeah, I think that this worked out well. Now I'll just trim off some of these aerial roots. I'll just toss it down, sweep them up when I'm finished. And I may even consider putting my dragon fruit outside, since I'm able to move it the way I want to. You may have noticed there's a couple of short ones at the bottom that did not go in the cage, and there's one here that's not in there, but it's okay. Most of them are in there. I'm gonna cut this small growth off. Most of them made their way in there. And I'm thanking the Lord, because that was a task. This one, I can kind of angle it and make it go in. Let's see. You can see it. Over it. Trying to attach itself, because just wanted to maintain its stability. So now, with this cage, I might not even need that other circular part yet. I was thinking that I would need that, but it's not right now. I don't think I'm even gonna put that on here. I think it will be okay, but I will keep it. And I may be able to use it later. All right, there we go. All right, this thing is as tall as I am almost. And for those of you who know me, you know that is not very tall. So this is actually a good support for if you grow peonies. I have some peonies outside, and I actually put tomato cages around mine. Oh, these come off very easily. That's helpful. But these peonies, you know, for those who grow them, you know that the blooms are so gorgeous and they just flop instantly when there's a heavy rain. But this is a support for them. And I think if I don't use it on, well, I have tomato cages on mine right now, so they're okay. At least that's what I use for the spring. But this is the idea I had, that these could go and be supported through here like this if they started to drape down. So I might just still attach it, and then when new ones grow, I can just feed them through. It's not a bad idea to have it already on here instead of doing what I just did and waiting, and it was too long, and that was a big process, but it was okay. I was able to do it. So maybe I will put this on here. Let's see. Like that. Some of this one is, there's a lot going on in this section, and I don't know if you can see that, but at any rate, I think right now I might just wire this on, and that way this will already be in place like that. Oh my goodness. Okay, and I can use some of the wire that I from that other thing. There you have it. My dragon fruit is now trellised. I'll move this back so you can kind of see the final product. And this is the area that's bent. I'm gonna get my husband to help me unbend this part when he gets home. But I think that this is going to serve the purpose to keep this plant upright and more orderly in its pot. So I took a piece of the wire hanger, and this is how I am attaching it to the tomato cage and the other plant support so that the top part stays on there. So I'm just twisting it on there, and then it can just hold the round grid in place. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please remember to share and subscribe and leave comments about your plant projects or any questions that you have, or any suggestions for my channel. So anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.